Hashtag KBCBT, let's get crafty.
Keith Breen here from Keith Breen's Craft Beer Tour of New Zealand, and we're in Christchurch at Beer Baroness, and I'm here with the lovely Ava Nakagawa, the owner of the brewery. How are you, Ava?
I'm very good, thank you.
Excellent. One of the fewer female brewery owners in New Zealand, would you say?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yep.
There's a few of us, but I think I'm the only one in Christchurch. Oh no, Brew Moon as well. There's
And
two
Brew
of us.
Moon?
Yep.
Yes. Who's that?
Belinda and her family.
Yeah. Great. And so what, there's a couple of female brewers up in the North Island?
Yeah, there's lots of female brewers. We've got Tammy at Mata, there's a lady at Garage Project, Anita up at McLeod's.
And do you all get in a bit of a huddle behind the scenes to try and take down the bloke brewers, or is it?
Yeah, we have Pink Boots Society, which is sort of our way of huddling with everybody across country.
So explain to me Pink Boots, Ava.
So it's a society to set up to support women in the industry.
Yes.
So if you earn a living from the beer industry, you can be a part of it. And it's not about alienating men. Or
no, for sure.
We are the minority in the industry, and it's really important to have something to support us.
Indeed. And I can hear the whistling away in the background of the brewery in action as we speak.
Yes, Cameron, our head brewer, is packaging something at this very moment.
Lovely. And we're standing right beside the fillery, as it would be called.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can actually come in and order
You can bring your rigger in, or we have them.
So when did you start Beer Baroness? Oh, we've got silence all of a sudden. Silence is golden, so is beer. Oh, no, it's back on. Oh, pardon me. Crikey, you can't see what I just saw, but Cam took the end of a hose there and it looked like a schoolboy. We'll edit that out. So when did you start the brewery?
2012.
2012.
Yes.
And that's a remarkable time to take on such a venture, Ava. Obviously we're probably, we're just a year after the quake there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had another tenant in here, and it was after the earthquake they left, and yeah, we've got such a great love and passion for beer.
Yes.
There was a lot of breweries at the time that were looking for contract facility space, so we bought a brewery, which was kind of outrageous, but we did. And yeah, we were a contract facility for a good couple of years, and it was only in the last sort of 18 months that Beer Baroness has taken over the whole space.
Yes.
We still contract, but yeah.
And on top of the brewery and the pub, you're a mother as well?
Yes, I am.
You are, and you've got two boys?
Two little boys.
What are their names?
Marco and Milo.
Marco and Milo, and they're great names. Is there a reason for the M and M?
No.
Just a coincidence?
Yeah, and probably not really good planning on our part.
Yes.
Yeah.
So both that
one's Marco, one's Milo, and then I never called them the right name.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was a young boy, I believe my mother had a superlative for my name, but then when I was about 8 years old, I worked out it was Keith. It's great. Do the boys, and of course your lovely husband,
yes, Josh.
Josh, yes, yeah. Do they come in here into the brewery and?
Yeah, well, we have to be very careful because it is a working brewery.
Yes.
But they are very big fans of Cameron, our
yes.
head brewer, and my boys are around the pub and the cafe and the brewery all the time.
As far as the styles of beer that you brew in here, with the process, is that driven from yourself, Cam, or
it's
collaboration?
A collaboration,
yes.
Absolutely. I think Beer Baroness is known for bolder styles across the board. We are actually moving into sours. We've been doing a lot of sours lately. And Cameron is constantly talking about new things and things that we can do with beers.
Yes.
We discuss flavours, profiles, and recipes, and he's the one at the end of the day that puts it into play and creates the beer.
What was the first beer you brewed?
The first beer I brewed was it was a garam masala stout.
I mean, and that is
It was terrible.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No, it was really good, but nobody really bought it because people called it a curry beer, and it was. Yeah.
That's right, and I mean, you would have tried it. Did it go straight through you?
No.
Did it actually have any garam masala in it?
A lot of garam masala in it.
So what did it taste like?
Well, you think cinnamon, what are the spices in garam masala? It's a hot, like
cinnamon, saffron?
Nutmeg. No saffron.
Nutmeg?
I should know this. It's been a while.
What else is in a garam masala? Perhaps we should...
Google it.
We're now in an Indian restaurant. No, I'm just joking.
So
We're still here at the brewery.
point was, warming lovely spices. But no, we brewed it in summer, which was probably a bit of a mistake as well.
Because it's probably more of a... Do you find, actually, because there's winter beers, there's summer beers. Obviously, you've got your citrus beers and maybe sour beers lead more towards summer.
Spring, summer,
Spring,
absolutely.
summer.
Yeah.
And then you've got your darker beers, a la your Madam Brown.
Yep.
And what's your stout called?
Bearded Lady.
Bearded Lady. And they're such great names, aren't
Thank
they? They really are. And what you can hear there is a pipe being fixed onto, what is that called? The fermenter, is it?
No, it's a tank. We're taking for bottling.
A bottling tank?
Yeah.
Right, so it goes into there.
So Cam's going to put the beer in there.
Yeah.
And my husband and child will probably drive it down on the back of the flatbed, the truck.
The
flat truck.
Yeah, the flat truck.
Down to Three Boys.
Yeah.
And the lovely...
On the bottling plant there?
Yes. So we contract bottling down with Three Boys.
The interesting thing, Ava, and you probably know this, being the fact that that you've been down to Three Boys there, is that there's a picture on the wall in Three Boys, and it's actually of this building.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Of wards?
Of wards, yeah. So, and we've slowly linked everything around the city, and it appears there's a part of every brewery and a part of every brewery, and there's
absolutely.
the laboratory's got the wards trusses in the roof there.
Yeah. Amazing.
So obviously the bottling goes to Three Boys.
Yeah.
And then you've got these amazing labels that you can pick up your beer at most supermarkets here, or
most supermarkets, absolutely.
And the labels, we've got one in front of us here, and they do just. I haven't tried the Daisy Cutter. That's great. And but the thing is with your beer is that it stands out. When I walk along the beer aisle at the supermarket, you can see your beer straight away, and it's really well done.
Thank you. Yeah, no, we have, so we're currently sort of changing our labels. You'll see with the other beers that I'll show you in a while. So we're going to this new style, but yeah, there's always a strong woman on the brand.
Yes.
and the badge, and yeah.
How many beers do you have available at the moment?
We have 5 permanent beers, and we always have seasonals, and actually we do a lot of collabs with other breweries, so we invite. So I think at any one time about 6 or 7 beers on the market.
Do you try and collab with the other female brewers in the country?
We have done. We just recently did a coffee stout with all of the Pink Boot members, so we invited them all to the brewery, and it was called All the Ladies. And,
great.
Yep. So we've done some collabs with Three Boys, with Anita and Misty.
Yep. Do you, I mean, you're probably going to tell me that this is not the case, but I think the awareness of for the ladies out there who may be interested in brewing beer, seeing someone like yourself and the likes of Misty and Anita and the other ladies around Christchurch and New Zealand that are out there putting themselves out there at the forefront of female brewers will inspire more ladies to get involved, and then it won't be a minority.
I hope so. And I absolutely hope so. And reaching out to us is really important. And yeah, I mean, it is growing. For when I first started, there was a handful of us, and now there's 40, 50 women in the Pink Boots membership, probably at least.
We're going to extend into the Beer Baroness by having a bit of a tasting now, trying some of Ava's brews, and we'll run through each one of those, the 5 stalwarts of the brewery, and potentially a couple of the seasonal drops. Yep. Give us a wave, Cam. I'm with Cam, the head brewer of Beer Baroness. How are you, mate?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Now, not only the head brewer of Beer Baroness, but also you've got your own drop as well.
That's right, yeah, Southpaw. I didn't know I was allowed to advertise that.
You're not supposed to, so keep it quiet. So, Beer Baroness, how many... where's the mash tun? Is that it there?
No, close.
It's right behind you. There, okay. And then, so how many litres can Beer Baroness sort of chop out in a week?
We normally average around 4,000, 5,000, something like that.
I mean, and this is a dinky little brewery, you know, it's boutique, it's beautiful.
No, it's flat shares, man. What are you talking about?
Well, no, when I say dinky, I mean it's in a small space for a lot of literage.
It is quite compact, yeah. Like I've been on a diet though, so I squeeze in here. No worries.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with me. I mean, I'm carrying a couple of extra kilos, Cam, and thanks for pointing that out. How long have you been brewing?
Probably about 7 years professionally, and been homebrewing before that. So, yeah.
Well, how old were you when you threw down your first drop?
Early 20s, I suppose. Yeah, it's hard to remember how old I am now, to be honest.
That's a good way to talk about it. And so 7 years here at Beer Baroness, and what do you love about brewing in this beautiful little brewery?
It's just nice to be by myself in here, you know. No one bothers me. I can do what I like, and yeah, it's just lovely.
Apart from me today.
Apart from you today, yeah, that's right.
And you've got that look of fear on your face, like if you wouldn't mind getting out of my way so I can actually finish bottling up this stuff. Well, you're transferring it over to the tank, and then I believe it's going through to, where's it going?
Three Boys, it's going to be bottled. Yeah.
And what do we got in the tank there?
It's going to be Southpaw Noble Art Pilsner. Just recently won a silver medal at the New Zealand Beer Awards. Lovely, lovely beer. Once
again mentioning Southpaw, which you were told you're not allowed to, so well done there. You're getting your money for value for money, aren't you, Cam? What else have you been brewing this week?
This week we made a sour peach ale for Beer Baroness, which should be quite interesting. 120 kilo of peaches went into that. So, yeah, it tastes pretty good.
Sour peach. Yeah. And is that one of the, Ava was talking about this, the 5 brews that are always on the menu, and then the seasonal brews?
Yeah, so this will be a one-off seasonal, hopefully, because the peaches are a bit of a challenge to deal with. But yeah, so something new, something fresh for summer.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And do you, after you have used the peaches, what are they? Is there anything else you can do with them?
Nah, tip them down the drain, I suppose.
Or,
the idea is we get all the flavour out of them, you know. So there's not much peach left.
There's not much peach left in the peach.
Yeah, that's right. Basically.
Oh, look, it's been absolutely magic talking to you, Cam, and I can tell you're a busy man. I hate to be a wart on the backside of progression, so I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for chatting.
Hey, thank you very much.
And congratulations on your medal with Southpaw.
Yeah, thanks. Try it at your favourite local pub like Pomeroy's.
He's a cheeky monkey. All right, let's get a wriggle on. See you, Cam. So I've just come out of the, and this is a little bit COVID, no one knows I'm here at the moment, but I'm in the warehouse of the Pomeroy's building. And what you might not know about Steve is he's done a lot of travelling over the years, and I've done my research, and you can see up the other end there, I believe Steve actually used to play rugby for Canada. Well, not for in Canada. And you can see how proud he is of it, because there's a bloody flag the size of the end of the building in the background there, if you have a wee look up there. Now, Ava, I'm looking across here, and it's looking almost like you've turned Imelda Marcos's hat into into liquid form and put them into glasses. What are we looking at here?
So I think probably what I'm trying to do is we have the range of Pomeroy's beers, and we always have these beers on tap,
yes.
And it's showing that there's really amazing sessionable beers to
yes.
come in, but then actually how far the New Zealand beer industry is coming now too, with what we're doing with beer.
Yep.
So we have got another unfiltered. So
yep.
This is from a brewery up north. We have a cherry Berliner Weiss.
A cherry
Berliner Weiss, so
right,
it's a sour.
Unfiltered, a sour.
We've got a mango and turmeric cider, so I thought we'd throw a cider in.
A mango and turmeric cider.
Yeah.
Holy guacamole.
That's right, it's good for your joints.
It is, and that's what they say, the turmeric, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have a smoked porter,
Smoked porter.
and then we have a triple. Well, this is has been aged in tequila barrels. It has chocolate chili and is just over 12.5%.
12.5%.
Yes, and from all different breweries around
Now-
New Zealand.
Yeah, I don't know too much about too much, but 12.5% is
Seems outrageous.
getting up there. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of wine territory, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
Yeah.
But it also shows what beers can do, from a lager through to something that's been aged in tequila barrels and had a lot of things put into it.
Yeah.
And it's been aged for, I'm pretty sure, up to about a year.
Wow.
And this specific style is a dark lager, which is, so it's a lager base, it's a lager recipe, but with dark malts as opposed to light malts. So it actually is in the same family as this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of shows you what people are doing with beer now.
I mean, this is testament to the fact that you could come down here, grab a tasting tray, or the Keith tasting tray, and go, here we go, and then that gets knocked out, and then you could go, give me a tasting tray of the most exotic, take me round the world in beer here at Pomeroy's, and then you probably have a bit of dinner, and then get back into more of a dessert beer tasting tray. You can
absolutely.
nearly do the full spectrum of it, couldn't
Yep,
you?
you can do sours, you can do hoppy beers, you can do dark beers. I mean, we've 32 taps, there's lots of options.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is that your staff here are so well trained that you could, if you're unsure about how to go about it, just leave it in their hands.
Yep, just ask them. And what we
Yeah.
have in place as well is a sort of a wheel that has flavour descriptors, and you can actually say, so if you come in and you're feeling overwhelmed with all the options, you can
Yeah.
say, I do really like things that are fruity, or I like things that are crisp. I drink Sauvignon Blanc. I drink a pale lager from a green bottle. You
Yeah.
know, like we can match
You
what
can match
you're after to a
what you-
beer
yeah.
in a really like unintimidating way as well, because it is really intimidating.
Yeah.
So we have that, and all of our staff are there to help. So talk is the best thing.
The selection might be intimidating, but the
But they're
staff
not.
are lovely.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
We're sitting in the beer garden of the Pomeroy's pub, Pomeroy's Old Brewery Inn, with the sun streaming in. There's the grapevine getting trimmed in the background over. It's just such a beautiful, tranquil little spot to have a beer, and
It is.
well, we're surrounded by your amazing beer here at the moment. Which one should we try first?
It's up to you. I think we should go in with the sour. I only
Yep.
poured one,
Okay. Yes.
so this is for you.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
it's
Straight off the bat, I'm going to explain to those who are listening in. It's bright red,
purple,
purple. It
purpley
is
red.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a blueberry sour. So it's 4%. Really sessionable. The idea is for summer drinking. It may not be what you like.
I'm pleasantly surprised. It
It still tastes like beer.
wine-like. Well, it's
So-
beer, but with a more distinguished. No, I'm digging myself a hole
No,
there.
keep going. No, this
No,
is good.
it tastes to me like almost like a rosé, and
Great, perfect.
Yeah.
Still tastes like a beer.
yeah. Yeah.
But with the blueberry coming through and it's slightly salty, do you get that at all?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, when I in the parts of the sour beers that I've tried, this is a lot more subtle.
Yes, it is. It's definitely there and it's present, but the idea is it is actually quaffable.
Oh, it's Christchurch. It is absolutely delicious, eh?
Quaffable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
On a hot summer's day, sitting back watching the cricket.
Yeah, much like a cider,
Yeah.
rosé. It's something that you can enjoy and have a few of. And the alcohol is responsible. It's
Yeah.
4%, and yeah.
So that one was called
Violet Femme.
the Violet Femme. Let's go walking, I strap my stuff, and I'm so
not
strung
singing.
out. Ouch! I've got a sore finger at the moment. That hurt. Okay.
So
What do we got next?
This
I'm just
is,
spinning the bottle around, and because we're going to run through this. Now this.
So we're on this one.
Oh, we're on this one.
Yeah.
And this one it looks like Jackie O.
That's exactly right. So
Yeah.
it is the First Lady. So it's an American pale ale. So an APA, which is a very, very popular style in New Zealand, well, actually around the world.
Yes.
And it was our offering. So it was one of the second, or I think it was the second beer that we brewed ever.
Yeah.
It is by far our biggest selling beer. It's 5.6%. It has a combination of US and Australian hops, actually. And the whole point of an American pale ale is the hops do all the talking.
Right. So
Yeah.
but so
it's balanced.
Yes, balanced, but the hops do the talking. I've got my ear to the glass now, and it's
But
saying, "Drink
it's-
me, Keith.
Yeah.
Drink me."
Drink it.
Okie dokie. Oh, now, holy smoke! That's back of the net as far as I'm concerned. The thing is that I like about the APAs, or the uppers as I call them, is the bite that you get where it sort of dries out on your tongue and starts to evaporate, and you feel like you're 30 miles from home in the middle of Mackenzie in the middle of summer, and you're just going, I need another go. I'm going to have another go. And the attention to detail on that label, all of the labels have got you on them. That's you, isn't it?
It is.
It is you. And it's got the signature Beer Baroness beauty spots there.
That was a piercing.
Oh, it was a piercing.
Back in my younger days, I've
the
grown
youth.
up, I became a mother, and I took...
And you said,
the belt.
I haven't got...
Actually, no, I didn't. I've got another one.
Oh, you've got another one. But
Yeah.
when you took it out, when you were drinking the beer, did you have a wee fountain moment?
No.
No.
I just,
Okay. Oh,
no
gosh.
fountain moment.
But now, that's the First Lady, and I'd have to say I'm giving that a 10 out of 10 in my books. Absolutely delicious.
Brilliant.
And love it. Absolutely. Now, what are we going to try
So
next?
this one here is a seasonal.
Yeah.
So this is called Hazy Dawn. So it's a hazy IPA, or a New England IPA. So it's a style that is definitely trending this
Yeah.
summer in New Zealand, and
yeah.
it's an unfiltered IPA. So
Right, so that's why it's a bit cloudy.
it's a bit cloudy.
Yeah,
and
which it's meant to be.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So it's
there's a
bit
lot of
cloudy, so it's-
controversy around this sort of style of beer. People feel that it's not finished because
Yeah.
you haven't filtered it. A lot of people love it.
Here we go, Hazy Dawn. I like it. It's not too dissimilar to the
No.
APA and the hops level.
Yeah, correct. So it's 6.5%. So
Yep.
it is slightly higher in alcohol.
Yep.
It has got some lactose in it for body and mouthfeel, so it will feel slightly not creamier, but
Yeah,
a bit
it's-
fuller.
Yeah, a bit fuller and less crisp in relation to the upper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a really good blend of New Zealand, actually Australian and American hops in this one.
So you've got 3 different hops.
3 different countries.
Hopping
3
around
different,
the glass.
Oh yeah, hopping around the globe.
That's
A lot more bitter though.
Ye-
Did you find that
yeah,
more bitter to the First Lady?
Well, it's. I find from the APA to this is that it's the aftertaste was a bit slightly duller. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, I get a bit of a bit more of the New Zealand hop, so it's quite not diesely. I don't want to say, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's a bit. Do you get that at all?
Let me have another go.
Have a taste, see what you think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bit more earthy, piney, whereas the First Lady was kind of a bit more of the stone fruits and a bit citrusy, a bit lighter, and this
Bouncier.
is
Yeah. What's the next one?
The next one we will do is Lady Danger.
Lady Danger.
Lady Danger.
So you've got your First Lady, and then you've got the Lady Danger. And
Correct.
is there anything in the word danger?
So Lady Danger was originally a collab with Epic. So it was after the garam masala stout, which was terrible, we brewed this. So Luke came down and helped us, and
Those Epic fellas, they're a pretty good team, aren't they?
they are a pretty good team.
They make a good beer.
They make a good beer.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
absolutely. And Lady Danger was named after my favourite lipstick.
So let's get on with it.
There we go.
All right, so what am I looking for? Lady Danger here.
So
it's a pale ale.
No, it's a hoppy red ale.
Oh, it's a hoppy red
So
ale.
a lot more malt in this beer.
Yep. I'm having a wee sniff of it there, and it's tickling my nose here. So
Is it?
Yeah, I might need to get the trimmer out. So here we go. So it's a lot darker than the previous two, of course. It looks more.
What is it? What are you getting from it?
Well, let me have another go. So it's more of a
Toffee.
toffee, but it's got that caramelised
Yeah.
sort of thing going on.
Yeah.
But it's also like a slightly stronger version of perhaps like your more standard ale, but with a kind of just everything's been upped.
Yeah, sure. And you've still got the hops in there to balance it out, but this beer is definitely about the malt and the toffees and the caramels, and then you get those lovely sort of red berry characters coming through. Again, a beer for all year round though, like it's still light enough.
You could drink that in summer, but I'd hasten to say you'd be able to drop a couple during
In
the
winter.
winter months as well.
Autumn.
She's an all-rounder.
She is an all-rounder. So next we are going to do the Mama Mighty.
Mama Mighty. Now this is the one you mentioned earlier.
Yes,
That was,
I had a baby and thought I was very clever.
Inspired by the birth of Marco, I
Correct.
presume.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. The oldest of
My two babies.
Yes.
So Mama Mighty is an American IPA.
Yep.
So it is a very popular style, also like an APA.
Yeah.
It's all American hops. It's really, really light malts. So you can see it's, in comparison to,
So we're looking through the glasses at the second here.
and then put Lady Danger
And
up.
then Lady Danger in, and then it's all, actually the three of those lined up together.
Look lovely.
Well, but it looks like a 70s wallpaper.
Yeah, totally.
It does, doesn't it? With the chevrons.
Yes, it absolutely does.
I've still got that at home. And what am I expecting to taste from an American IPA?
Big hops.
Big hops.
Yeah, big hops here. It's definitely all American hops. So this is one of our only beers that are purely all American, because we typically do a bit of a blend with New Zealand and Australian. So it's big citrus characters, hopefully, from this.
I've just noticed that, so underneath you've got Mama Mighty, American IPA, riveting.
Yes. Well, riveting actually was, who do you get from that?
Oh, that's, so we're looking at the label here, and you've got the
Headscarf.
the headscarf, and it's the, and there she is there.
There she is.
Now you're going to have to re-jog. I know what the image means. The We Can Do It.
So Rosie Riveter.
Rosie Riveter was her
Hence
name.
the riveting. Yeah.
There you go. I've learnt something today.
Yeah, American, and she was
amongst
an
other things.
American woman.
Yes.
So that is, and she was. I'm not going to go right into what Rosie was doing, but again, it's really strong and powerful. It was
and that's how
empowerment
you felt.
for me, and
Yeah. No, that is good. It's almost evaporates on the tongue for me.
it's that good.
It's that good. It's that dry aftertaste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again with the hops, and you can see there's a bit of a theme with all of our beers, really, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah.
We like hops here at
and
Beer
hops,
Baroness.
it's that extra kick. Yeah.
But it's also very, very important to balance it too. You don't want to go too far the other way. It doesn't want to be too bitter. You don't want to leave feeling like you're
like you've been
punched in the face.
Punched in the face and kicked in the bum.
Yeah, correct.
At the same time.
So malt is very, very
Am I allowed
important.
to say bum?
You're allowed to say bum.
Bum. So that's 6.3%, which is up there with the Lady Danger was 6.5. So it's definitely one for the push biker on foot.
Absolutely, or one for the small glass or tasting tray, or you can take the bottles as well.
Yeah. So look, I have another sip of that, and then I believe that you've got one more.
Oh, we've got one more.
We've got a glass here.
There we go.
So what's this one? This is the.
So this is Riot Girl.
Yep.
This was a collab originally.
Now, I'm looking at the label, just so you're saying it's a collab, but what's happened is Riot Girl is RYE.
Yep. As in rye, so we've used rye in this beer.
Instead of riot.
Yep.
Riot.
Riot.
Right, so that's just it's a pink label if you're in the supermarket.
It's one of those
around.
words that we thought we were clever, but actually
it's good.
Yeah. There's lots of different versions on the spelling, but
I mean,
and then we missed the I.
So it's
we
girl.
Really, girl. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with coming up with new words. I mean, imagine the person who decided fabulous, and everyone's hooked into it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so everyone's using that.
Classic.
Yeah. So Riot Girl.
Right. So this was originally a collab with Modern Times, actually.
Now,
So Modern Times are from the States.
Yeah.
And Matt, the head brewer, came over to New Zealand for a trip. He's a very big advocate in the beer industry, but also really loves New Zealand hops. So it was a bit of a blend with actually Lady Danger and their Riot IPA, which I believe is called Aurora. And yeah, we just, it was pretty fluid on the day. And we just all hung out.
Talk me through how it went sort of on the day. Like, so you're obviously
Honestly,
doing
like,
the collab with, what's this bloke's name?
Matt. Yep.
And so you just went, right, we've got, this is what's in the room.
This is your recipe, this is our recipe, let's kind of find a way to make it work and play around with it. And we'd never used rye in a beer, and rye brings a whole lot of different things to a beer, really peppery. It's definitely spicy, is what you...
Spicy, all right.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's punchy.
Yeah, cool, perfect.
So I'm just sitting here with Ava Nakagawa from Beer Baroness, and I'm looking through some of these amazing Riot Girl and Mama Mighty, and the voyage I've gone through with these beers that you've given me is when I was in marathons. I was not so much a runner, but a power walker, and was specialty in the 1200 metres.
It's very hard, power walking.
1200 metres, but I'd get such a head of steam up in those silky liquid hips that I'd do 1300. And but I had to drop the athletics due to I got a severe case in my lower back of archipelago, and back in those days I had a pair of Adidas torsions. Torsion control. This is anti-twist, and but I had to drop those and put them to the side, and have been given the firm orders from the doctor that it's me and the moccasin.
The moccasin?
Yep, just round home.
Yep.
Yeah. I even garden
Out and about?
Out and about in the moccasin.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has to whip down the dairy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get a 2 litre of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
how are they for your feet?
Well, they slip on, slip off.
Right.
Which it's not so much what it is for the feet, but for the lower back.
Yeah, right.
At my age, when I go down to tie up my shoelaces, I think, what else could I do while I'm down here?
Of course you think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look, Ava, it's been such a beautiful afternoon. The heat of summer. It's going to be a great summer here at Pomeroy's, and a great summer for drinking Beer Baroness, won't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Ava, it's been absolutely tremendous. We're going to whip on inside and see what is available on tap in Pomeroy's, and thank you very much for a tour of the Beer Baroness brewery.
You're most welcome.
All right then. Well, from us here on the shores of Archipelago, this is Keith Crean, Ava Nakagawa. Good night.
Thanks for listening, folks. Wasn't that a bloody hoot?